Alright. YouTube says I'm live, so I must be live, right? The internet never lies. Welcome in. Pull you up a nice comfy seat. Welcome to HOWDY Tech Show, or Hanging Out with Dave. Yeah, I used to call it, whichever you want to call it. Little live stream where I'll go through some of the hardware news that came out in the past week or so. I try to do it every weekend. I've missed the last couple of weekends, which we'll get into here in a little bit. This week we do have GPU news, we do have CPU news, we do have less CPUs and GPUs coming out in 2023 we're going to talk about. We touched about it about a month or so ago, I guess, on the 1630. We do have some pricing for it. It actually is available. I ain't saying you should buy that GPU, but it is available. After we get done with the news and what's coming up, we just talk about how the channel's done, what you guys expect coming up on the channel here in the next few weeks or so. So on and so forth. Just kind of give the community a chance to hang out with me. Let's talk tech. Anything you guys throw in chat, I will respond to when it comes in. If you have any tech questions, or you're looking for recommendations for a build coming up or anything like that, why I do these live streams. There is a few disclaimers I throw out at the beginning of each show. Number one, I do have me a cold beverage, alcoholic beverage. I do drink my cold Budweiser while I do this. This is my day off after all. Cheers to y'all. Hope this weekend's finding you well. Along with the Budweiser for this weekend, I do have a little extra. If you're in the U.S., just about everybody celebrates it, or at least everybody takes the day off for it. It's the 4th of July weekend. I do have a little bit extra here. I call it West Virginia Kool-Aid. So you'll see me sipping on that every once in a while as well in today's live stream. This is a holiday weekend, so I do have a 3-day weekend from my full-time job. Let's go ahead and we'll, now there's another disclaimer I need to throw out, I almost forgot. I am a truck driver by trade, so my language ain't always the best. I try to keep it to a very bare minimum. A lot of people say they've never heard it on the live stream, but every once in a while there may be a foul language or a dirty word or a cuss word that comes out of my mouth. I try to keep it to a minimum, like I said, but it does happen. Fair warning, especially if I'm playing a game or something, which I haven't done in quite some time. But it does happen. MT Coiner's in the house. What's up, MT? I'm glad you're hanging out with me this weekend, buddy. Happy 4th of July to you. So yeah, that is a thing. There may be a little bit of cussing, which like I said, I try to keep it to a bare minimum, but it does happen. So let's go ahead and we'll flip over here and we'll see what the CPU and GPU news is for this week. Like I said, there is the 1630. It is actually available for buy, which I don't recommend for the prices it's going for. We have AMD that says they ain't going to be putting out as many CPUs and GPUs in 2023, which is understandable. Also, and there is some price drops on the GPUs, which is always a good thing. We're going to get into that a little bit on today's show. Without wasting a lot of your time, let's flip you guys over and we'll start getting into some of these. Trying a little bit different title for the live stream, so. Okay, OBS is, there we go. There we go. It's been a couple weeks, guys, so you have to overlook me here. All the articles in today's live stream is from Tom's Hardware. They will be linked in the description below. Some other links down there that may interest you. do me a favor. Don't forget all that fun YouTube stuff on your way down that description box below, and the comment section down there too. Don't forget it. But reported by AMD, they will be cutting back on the CPU and GPU shipments reported for 2023. I've heard or seen some stuff online about this, where it just ain't AMD doing this. NVIDIA is also doing it with the big manufacturer of silicon. They're wanting to cut back on the order that they put in. Of course, the manufacturer of the silicon is wanting to pay them a little bit on it. They ain't wanting them to cancel the orders, but they say the AMD will be putting out less silicon this year. They're going to be having less GPUs and CPUs available. According from the Northland, the sales of AMD processors and graphic chips for the clients may decline significantly next year. And of course, the way GPU prices is right now, they're dropping. They're having a hard time selling the GPUs. It's understandable. And of course, because of 12th Gen, AMD is actually losing a little bit of the CPU share as well. The sale of AMD PC CPUs, which include the chips for desktops and laptops, will decrease by 6% over the year of 2023, where GPU rivals will fall by 7%. So, they're going to be cutting back on what they're producing. Hopefully that don't mean that they're going to cut back on the new CPU coming out. That would be kind of bad news for us as gamers. Just for the simple fact that it is a new architecture. And total AMD will lose $675 million on sales in 2023 due to softening demand for client systems. That's a pretty big drop. Of course, with these guys, 6.7 million is a lot of money to a lot of us, but to these guys, it's just a tax write-off. Meanwhile, the sale of the chip systems for the Xbox Series X and S and Sony's PlayStation 5 will increase by 400 million, up from the previous forecast of 740 million. to around $1.14 billion next year. So they're taking a $675 million loss, but it sounds like they're going to be gaining $1.14 billion. So they ain't losing nothing by doing this. Sounds like to me they're just kind of cutting back on what they're offering to the DIY PC builders and more focusing on the console gamers and more into the laptop realm than they are actually providing to the PC DIY market. But, you know, if that's where the money is, you know, any corporation would do that. I kind of understand that. I thought it was kind of interesting that they will be cutting back the numbers in 2023. Kind of read down through some of this morning, but that's pretty well the gist of it. If you'd like to do more reading, it will be listed in the comments below. There will be a direct link to this article. We touched on this about a month ago, the 1630. It's a new GPU that NVIDIA is coming out with. That's another money grab if you ask me, which I said the last time we talked about the GPU. It's supposed to come out beginning of June. We're now in the beginning of July. And it is available for sale. The US and UK buyers should be able to find better for $199 US or £779 for the UK. Which, you know, when I first reported on this, when we first talked about this, I think they said they was coming in like $160, $170. I couldn't find the old article on it, but I believe that's what they were saying it was supposed to come out at. They got a screenshot of EBGA here. It's got it for $199. I actually went to the EBGA product page, and they do have it available. Add to cart for $199. Gigabytes actually got listed on their website, but there's no price. You can't add it to cart or not. You link on one of them, it gives you a little bit of information, but there's no buy it now or add it to cart. Zotac is the same way. They do have it listed on the website, but there is no price. There's no way to order it unless you go through EBGA. Right now is the only way I can find to actually add it to cart and have it shipped to you. But going back to the article here, I don't know why they're coming out with this card. I consider it a money grab by NVIDIA. Even before it's launched, NVIDIA GTX 1630 grabbed headlines for the wrong reasons. Since becoming official, the news has become even worse with the Chinese pricing relevance by making the AMD 6400 look like a hero. From making a 6-year-old GeForce GTX 1050 Ti look like a contender in 2022. If you haven't seen the benchmarks on this video, of course, you're looking at about 1050 Ti performance. And apparently, instead of the $160, $170 price tag that was originally posted on this video card, they're selling for over $200 here in the U.S. If we look on eBay, let's go ahead and look on eBay here, and we'll see what the 1050 Ti is actually selling for, which I believe is going to be a lot less. We'll go into sold listings just to make it relevant in here. You can buy a 1050 Ti for $140. There's one sold for $115, one sold for $130. There's one for $100, $137. You can get a used one here for $96, and these are already sold. And this 1630 here is worse than what the performance is you can get out of a 1050 Ti. They're wanting $200 out of it. You know, like I showed you on EBGA, they do have them where you can add them to cart for $50. Of course, cards like the 1660 Ti and 16 Super are more expensive than the GTX 1630. However, see that far more compatible with 1660 is only at $50 more over the 1630. And the 1630, as far as I know, or the 1660, they have the encoding and whatnot, which I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe that the 1630 don't have the encoding capabilities. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think it does. But you could possibly find deals on these later on and whatnot. They are launching at $200 MSRPs. With the way the prices is right now, I don't believe it's worth the $200. The UK right now, they're going for £179.99, which is equivalent to about $215 without the 20% VAT, or it includes the 20% VAT. So, yeah, you're looking at about $200 they're going for here in the US, with EBGA, you got them selling for $199. But the 6400, you get a lot better performance. And the 6400, you can actually pick up. I was actually looking at them today. I was actually thinking about picking one of these up, which we'll get into in a little bit. You can get the 6400 with a lot better compatibility, a lot better performance. You can pick them up for $160, $170 here on Amazon in the US. So, they are available. You can throw them in the cart. With Prime shipping, you can get it within 2 days, 3 days. Still be able to get it. So I don't see why you pay $200 for a 1630 with less performance for the same price. Chris McGraw's in the house. Howdy, Chris. Welcome in, buddy. I'm glad you can hang out with me this weekend. Happy 4th of July to you, buddy. I hope you're enjoying this holiday. Yeah, but this card don't make much sense to me, which I covered, like I said, in previous live streams. We talked about this card. Don't make much sense to me. I thought it'd be a pretty good buy at $160, $170. EVJs want $200 for theirs. I don't think it's worth the $200. I think you'd be better off, even though the 6400's got its shortcomings to it. I think it's worth. I think you'd be better off by getting the 6400. SC equals super crap. Yeah, it's. Like I said, it's pretty well a cash grab by NVIDIA, I believe, at this point. They wanted to come in at that low price point with something, and this is the best they come up with. But for $200, I think you'd be better off to get the 6400 over here. For $160, you get better performance out of it, even though it does have its shortcomings as well. But you can get it for a lot cheaper price and better performance. The 6500 XT is still better. Yeah, it is. Like they said in the article, even, it makes the 6400 look like a hero. They don't have no benchmarks on this particular article. But the benchmarks for this card, I guess it's alright if you need some kind of graphical output, but it really ain't much for gaming. They don't even get close to the 6400 numbers. Like they said, even the 1660 cards, you can get for an extra 20 or 30 bucks. $50 more, and you can get the 1660, which is a lot better graphics card. So I don't know what NVIDIA is trying to pull with this $200 from EVGA. I mean, EVGA makes wonderful graphics cards, don't get me wrong, but it still ain't worth that $200 price tag for 1630 performance. Even Intel GPUs is still better. Yeah, they are. From what I can see from China, they're still doing better than what this 1630 is. This 1630, but if you look at, what was it, Zotac? Maybe it was the Gigabyte here. They got a low profile and a non-low profile card. But I still don't understand why you'd want one of these. Yeah, they got the low profile and the non-low profile. I don't know, I guess you get the low, unlow profile just for the looks of it to make it look like you got a GPU for it. I picked up a 6600 for 200 yesterday. That's a nice pickup right there, MT. Very nice pickup for 200 bucks. I think that was a used deal someplace, probably in your local area. I haven't even looked at what the 6600 has been going for on eBay. I know, even buying them new, they're very reasonably priced. Even on eBay, they're still going for around 300, 275, 290, 255, 250, 319, 210 with eight bids, 215. There's one pre-owned for 170. So yeah, $200 is a very nice pickup for a 6600. It's a great, strong 1080p gamer. The last article we have for this weekend, we'll kind of run through them kind of quick this weekend, I guess. But we do have GPU card prices slide another 14% in June, which is nice, especially for us gamers. We've been waiting for a long time for it, which is 57% lower since January. Some 6500 XTs are creeping on Newegg for 6400, cheaper than 6400. If you get a 6500 XT for the same price 6400, Yeah, they're pretty well neck and neck. I mean, 6500 you get a little bit better performance out of. But it'd still be a pretty good pickup. You get 6500 for the same price as 6400. But graphics card price has slid by another 14% in June, which is 57% cheaper than they was in January. And of course, everybody knows why this is coming about. Here's what they've got on it. You know, the eBay prices 1 year ago on July 1. The January 1 prices, July 1 of this year. The MSRP. The year-to-date changes on the eBay. Retail versus eBay prices and retail versus MSRP. Still like to see the video cards come down a lot more than what they have. They are dropping in price. I will give them credit for that. But I still think they're a little overpriced. Now it's supposed to come in at $700 for the 3080. Still coming in at $7 over what they should be. The 3070 Ti should be $600. It's coming at $587. That ain't too bad, I guess. That's a little under what it should be. Am I looking at that right? GPU MSR. That's the MSR price right there. Retail versus MSRP, yeah. And I still think they need to drop a little bit more, even the 3050, which don't have a whole lot to offer you. It's still coming in above what it should be. But they are coming down. Radeon cards, on the other hand, they are dropping. I don't think AMD quite doing the video cash grab is bad. They are willing to drop the price to get rid of their inventory before the new stuff comes out. You know, the 6800 is supposed to be going for just $650. It's gone for 6% over what it's supposed to be. It looks like by what they're showing, retail versus MSRP. That ain't bad, you know. The 6700 is probably going for $480. It's 6% less than that $480 price tag. It's a $7 price difference because of shipping, but it's worth getting 6500 XT at that price. Is you need a cheap GPU. Cheap is still overpriced, but the 2022 for you. Yeah, they're still a little high. By this point in the life cycle of the GPUs, I believe they should be lower than what they are, even on the AMD cards. But you know, with what we've been through for the last couple of years looking for GPUs, I think they're coming in reasonably. I still think right now would be a good time to buy. I said it in my video before last about it. You know, I think you couldn't go too wrong. The prices will continue to drop a little bit, but I don't see them dropping a whole lot more than what they have already dropped. Like I mentioned in that video, no, NVIDIA ain't going to be cutting their prices down to sell the 4000 series graphics cards, I don't believe. Personal opinion, I could be wrong. But still yet, you know, NVIDIA needs to do something with the pricing. But they won't do it. They'll do a paper launch on the 4000 series to say, hey, look, we did put them out. Very little supply. Because they got so much stock sitting on the shelf they can't get rid of. AMD, on the other hand, I believe they are cutting the prices fairly well to be able to move the old inventory before the new stuff comes out. Like I mentioned in that video as well, a lot of people say, you know, they're going to be obsolete, you know, once the 4000 series launches or the 7000 series launches. These older video cards are going to be obsolete. And it ain't true. They ain't going to be obsolete. They're still going to play the games you want to play at. And they're still going to play the games at the resolution that you were playing at a month ago. before the new cards drop. It ain't gonna make them obsolete. They just ain't gonna be the newest, the latest, and the greatest. They're still gonna play games just fine. Yeah, TSMC will stock GPUs, but not reduce product availability for the new stock won't be guaranteed because AMD and NVIDIA are overbooked slightly. Yeah, just a little overbooked. You know, by a couple $1 million or so they overbooked. Which I couldn't find no article on that. I was going to actually talk about that, about TSMC. I know there's been some people reporting on it. That, you know, NVIDIA and AMD has, excuse me, has ordered more than what they really need. But it don't seem like TMC is really willing to let them out too much. New shipments will be greatly less than it is now. Yeah, they ain't gonna put out as many as what they've been putting out. I wouldn't even know exactly what to type in to find that. Let's see. I know, I thought Tom's Hardware had an article on it, but I couldn't find it this morning when I was setting up for today's live show. But yeah, by the articles that I've read in the past, which I couldn't find this morning, you know, NVIDIA's overbooked, AMD's overbooked with TSMC, and they're trying to pull out of the orders that they put in. Which I believe that's why AMD said they're going to put out less product in 2023. They realized that there's still a lot of components they need to sell before they actually overflood the market with the new stuff. They will not reduce product, but rather stock the chips. Stocking the chips is going to also give them a problem because they're going to have to store them chips someplace, which costs money. So they may stock them, but if the companies like AMD and NVIDIA and Intel continue to buy the newer stuff off of them, they ain't going to never sell the older chips. I'm sure somebody out there will pick them up, you know, the auto manufacturers and them. You know, the people that build the smart refrigerators and stuff like that, they'll be dying for chips. Maybe they can sell them to them companies or something. They'll get the money out of them somehow. They get US cheaper GPU than the likes of the 1630 later, maybe. Yeah, 1630 will drop in price because they won't be selling at that price. You know, you buy 6400 or 6500 XT for the same price 630 with a lot better performance. You know, them cards are going to sit on the shelves. So sooner or later they'll have to start dropping them. Even though NVIDIA don't like dropping the prices too much. "10 years from now." Yeah, they got the storage area to be able to store the chips. They'll hold on to them for as long as they have to be able to get the price that they want out of them. I don't think they're too picky about when they sell, as long as they get the profit out of them. But that was the 3 articles that I had for today. I know there wasn't much. AMD with the CPU, GPU shipments to drop in 2023. We covered the 1630 prices, which I think is completely outrageous. I guess I'll flip you guys over here. There we go. 1630 prices is completely out of mind on this for $200. Maxter 1878 afternoon, Dave. Just been out mowing the lawn. Well, welcome in, buddy. I'm glad you're in the house. Glad you can hang out with me this weekend. Happy 4th of July if you celebrate it. Glad you could hang out with me this weekend. They has the balls to get a modified cut down GPU from 2016. They did the same thing with the 2060 12 gig card. They did it to please the miners. Brian Robinson, you're in the house, buddy. Welcome in. Snagged a 3060 Ti on the Best Buy drop Thursday for $400. That's a nice pickup right there, Brian. Very good pickup. Trying to find them Best Buy drops is a little complicated at times, unless you know when your Best Buy is actually getting them in. Every 4th of July for us, we wouldn't celebrate a defeat among. We probably should celebrate this one. Yeah, there's a lot of mixed feelings about the 4th of July. Me personally, I really don't celebrate any of the holidays. To me, it's just another reason for Americans to be lazy. You know, a lot of people take the paid day off and sit around the house and do nothing or whatever, you know, whatever makes them happy. But I think it's just another reason for people to be lazy here in the U.S. Like all them holidays are coming up with now that hasn't been around for the last 30, 40 years. Now all of a sudden they come up with new holidays. There's another reason to be lazy. The bad thing is, I got so much work to do around the house and stuff that needs done. I work harder at home than I do when I do go to the job. I need to go to the job to get a vacation for the holidays. And we did cover the GPU prices here for June, which is 14% down. I don't celebrate our holidays, but I do take the chance to be lazy. Yeah, I understand that. A lot of people do that. You know, it's just like Christmas or anything like that. You know, it's more or less a religion thing. And even though the people don't actually celebrate the religion, you know, they take the day off for it. I don't know. I don't want to get too much into the politics behind it and whatnot. I don't cover politics or religion here on the channel very often. But you know, a lot of people celebrate the holidays even though they don't celebrate them for the right reasons or whatnot. July the 1st is Canada's National Day, but almost no one celebrates it here in Quebec. Yeah, you know, that's the thing. You know, I'm here in the U.S. A lot of people around the world, a lot of people's got different stuff like that going on. You know, but here in the U.S., I believe they're getting a little bit overran with the holidays. Pretty soon, every day of the year is going to be some kind of holiday that they're going to expect to be off. Of course, that comes with the new generation. If I have any younger viewers watching me, you know, I feel sorry for you. I really do. Just take the opportunity to be with family and friends. No need to celebrate anything else. That's the way I look at it. You know, if I wanted a day to spend with my friends and my family, I'll request a vacation day from work to spend time with my family. I don't need a special day or a special time to spend with them. You know, you know, the holidays are just getting outrageous. And I feel that it's just the newer generation wanting to be more lazy. I mean, I don't know. We do celebrate St. Jean baptism in June 24th, though. Never heard of that one, but okay. It's a Quebec National Day, but for us, just a reason to party. Yeah, I want to party. I party every weekend. I mean, you know, whenever I get a day off, I enjoy my cold beers. Like this afternoon, when the fiance comes home, we're going to light up the grill. We'll throw some cheesy dogs on the grill with some hamburgers, you know, and drink too much. Yeah, uh, you know, I don't know. I try to keep my drinking to a limit. Sometimes I get a little overboard with it. I ain't going to deny that. But the fiance also says I'm more talkative when I'm drunk, so maybe I ought to get even drunker on stream, maybe. I'm definitely more funny on when I'm on stream when I'm drinking. Besides just looking at my face. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, some people celebrate the holidays. Me, you know, anytime I get a day off, because I normally work 6 days a week, which coming up, that's why I want to do the live stream on Sundays instead of Saturdays like I've been doing. But, you know, I normally work Monday through Saturday, my full-time job. I'm only scheduled Monday through Friday. In the summertime, we work a lot of Saturdays. So it ends up being a 6-day work week for me. I don't work your regular 8-hour schedules, you know, your 8 hours a day. I'm normally anywhere from 10 to 12 hours a day. So so when I get a day off, you know, I like to kick back. I like to enjoy myself. You know, I try to drink. I do drink. You know, but I try to keep it to a limit as well. You know, I don't like getting slobbered and drunk or anything like that. And I do enjoy me a few cold beers, but I try not to get too drunk. Get the girlfriend drunk, that would be funnier. Yeah, my fiance's a little bit of a lightweight. She don't drink a whole lot. She don't drink as much as I do. So within a beer or two, she ended up on the couch passed out. Yeah, I don't have much fun in getting her drunk too much because she just likes to sleep. But that's going to pretty well cover for the week's news articles. Let's see what we got here as far as the channel did for the week, which ain't much. Looks like we got 9 new subscribers for the week, which ain't much, which is down by what are they saying, 10% less than normal. That's all right. We'll take it. If you're new to the community, welcome in. Glad you decided to hit that subscribe button and hanging out with us here. That does vary quite a lot, but there's the statistics. You know, we got 9 new subscribers for the week. I'd like to see a little bit more of them come in and hang out with me here on the weekends. What you expect coming up on the channel? Let's put the guys over here where you see my pretty face. As far as what's coming up on the channel this week, I'm not too sure. I haven't even started on the video this week. I will probably have another porch list coming up this week. It'll probably be for like a $1,500 build, maybe $2,000 build that I'd recommend. I was actually looking to pick up a 6400 video card for the Dell Optiplex I picked up back in August. I looked it up this morning. I actually picked that thing up in August. I've had it for quite a while. That was about the time GPU prices kind of went south on me, so I never did do anything with that. And I wanted to wait till I could actually upgrade it and show you how to build a gaming PC out of it before I did any content on it. I did want to do some benchmarking on the gameplay with the integrated graphics. That is a 6500 in that system. So it has the Intel 530 graphics, I believe. You know, you can pick them up on eBay for $150, $130. Which, if you're really looking to get into PC gaming, I can play some low-end titles. If I want to do a video on that, then I want to upgrade it. I want to put a SSD in it, which I'll do that before I even start to do the regular benchmarks on it, just because I don't want to sit there all day and wait for an hard drive to load all them games up, download them all. Then I'll show the upgrade process of adding a SSD and a video card, because it comes with 8 gigs of RAM. I haven't even looked inside of it, but I figure it's a single stick of 8 gig of RAM. Maybe I'll pull it out, throw in 2 4-gig sticks to make it 8 gigs. Because I believe it's running DDR4 memory. It should be with a 6500 inside of it. Maybe I'll up it to 2 8-gig sticks, 16 gigs. See how much better performance you can get out with dual channel and double the RAM. You haven't done too badly over the last few years, considering tech views are well down. Yeah, I do alright for my views. I do pretty good for the channel growth for what tech is, especially this time of the year. In the summertime, a lot of people ain't into tech. A lot of people, they're out doing other things. They're out maintaining the yards, they're outside working and whatnot. They really don't have time to focus on the tech. Which I've noticed that over the years of doing YouTube. This time of the year, the views are down, the subscriber counts is off. Or, excuse me, come November, October, December, along the winter months here in the U.S., that's when tech channels usually do the best. I don't know. I mean, I've been doing it. I figured it up today. I've been doing it for about 6 years now. There has been a couple pause points within that 6 years. And I started the channel, and it was, I did pretty good for about a month or so, a couple months. Then it had a break. Then I did pretty good for another couple months. And then I took another break, and it was a couple years after that before I actually got back into the YouTube. So there was quite a few big breaks in there, long breaks in there that I wish wouldn't have happened on the channel. The way I kind of look at it, the channel's been around for about 6 years. But in my mind, I've been doing it steadily for about 4 years. It kind of surprised me. I looked it up the other day. I've been doing the live stream for over 3 years every weekend. Besides the ones I've missed, which I've missed the last 2 weekends, which I'll get into here in a second. Which, if you guys been around the channel, been watching live streams, been watching my videos, I hate it when I can't do what I promise. I promise at least one video upload a week. I promise a weekly live stream. And when I can't do that, I can't meet what I promised, it kills me inside. It's just who I am. It's my work ethics behind me. I don't like it. So I try to stay pretty consistent with the upload schedule. I try to, I know you guys that's really into my content, you guys count on me putting out video every Wednesday. I've never mentioned that before, but I'm sure a lot of you realize that every Wednesday I put out video. Every weekend I do a live stream. It's just, that's the way I built the channel, and when I can't keep up with that commitment, it kills me inside as a creator. So, yeah, there is that. I guess I ain't doing too bad. I figured the growth for the channel would be doing a lot better than what it is, which I got some ideas in mind for that as well. I know Chris McGraw turned me on to this case by Antec there a couple weeks back, about a month back, I guess. And yes, Chris, if you're still in the if you're still over there, there it is. I'm still looking at it. Um, Apparently it ain't available anymore. I don't know why the hell it ain't available. But the Antex NX260 that you referred me to, I'm still looking at doing some content on that. I do think it'll be a pretty good little case for entry-level computer build. I don't know. Tell me I can add it to court. Well, it's up to almost $80 now. I don't think it was quite that much last time I looked at it. I won't go much further than that because it will show some personal information that I don't want out there. But I will be doing some reviews and some builds in that case when I get the opportunity to do so. What was it? This one, the 540 on eBay. Let's see here. That's the wrong tab. This is the tab I need. I need eBay. What parts of the U.S. are you located? Having a bit of southern accent. Actually, I am from West Virginia. I have a more southern drawl, more of a southern accent than most in this area. I'm from the northern part of West Virginia. If you've heard of the Mountaineers, West Virginia Mountaineers, that is where I'm from. I'm from right outside the Morgantown, West Virginia area. My southern accent, it comes from my upbringing. It comes from a little bit of a speech impediment I've got. There's certain words that I stumble over. Also, I don't know if you was around or not, but just a little over a year ago, I had all my teeth pulled out and I had dentures put in. That puts a little bit more of a, kind of changes my voice. I really don't talk the way that I should because of that. Which West Virginia is known for a southern drawl, but mine's a little bit more southern than most in this area. I think that there's about what I've got. I'm going to do some videos on this coming up. The Dell Optiplex 540 MT is a 6th gen Intel processor. Mine's got the 6500 in it. I'm going to do some testing with it and whatnot. I want to add a 6400G RX 6400 in it. Along with an SSD, which is like I mentioned earlier, I want to put the SSD in before I do the benchmarks on it, just because of the upload speeds and whatnot of the SSD compared to the hard drive that's in it. And then wants to do the benchmark on the integrated graphic, which I believe at 6500 has the 530 graphics to it. So I ain't expecting a whole lot of performance out of it as far as gaming goes. But then again, if you have a streaming service, you can still game one. I want to do the benchmarks on it as is. Then I want to do the upgrades and compare the two between the 6400 and the integrated graphics. Figure $130 for the machine. $160, that's going to give you $300. At a $50 SSD, you're looking at about $350 build for RX 6400 frame rate. I think it'd be pretty good. It ought to be a pretty reasonable buy for somebody. that's kind of some of the stuff that I got coming up on the channel. I need to take it out. I haven't even took it out of the box, threw it in the corner. Still need to clean it up yet, which I'll do before I do anything with it. I'll show you the process of cleaning off the thermal paste. Because buying it used off of eBay, I have no idea what the thermal paste looks like underneath there, so I will do that for the CPU before I even fire it up. Then I'll add the SSD, do my benchmarking for the integrated graphics. See how them graphics holds up. Let's check that actually. 6500. See how them integrated graphics holds up here. But I believe it's a 530 graphics on that chip. It is full core, 4-thread processor. It did come with 8 gigs of RAM, which I said I think it's a single stick RAM. It may be dual channel, but I doubt it. Integrated graphics. Where's the integrated graphics? Processor graphics, Intel 530 graphics on it. So it may be interesting how well it does games. My kiddo's rig has a 6500 and an RX 564 gig. It's not quite enough to drive a 1080p monitor. I'm not sure where the bottleneck is yet. If you run the MSI afterburner of their MT, it'll actually show you where your bottleneck is. But the 6500 should be enough of a CPU for the 560. Well, I'll probably say it's gonna probably be a RAM bottleneck on that. Would be my guess, depending on how much RAM you got in it. But I'm gonna do some testing with that integrated graphics, which is a 530. I'm gonna see what it performs like before I do the upgrades. Then I'll get the 6400 in, get it installed, then we'll compare the two on it. But I'm also with MT Coiner on that. I'm kind of curious if that 6400 or the 6500 is going to be enough to handle the 6400, which it should be. I mean, it's a 6th gen 4-core processor. I'm just hoping that 8 gigs of RAM they have in it is going to be enough. Maybe I'll do a little bit of comparison between the 6400 with 8 gigs of RAM, single channel, at 16 gigs, or maybe change it out to 16 gig kit, see what the difference is. 16 gigs of RAM, I think RX 570 will raise those frame rates a bit. Yeah, I mean, if you go from 560 to 570, it will raise the frame rate some. But I'm kind of anxious to get into that system. I want to do the testing. I want to see where the bottleneck does lie. You know, like you said you ain't sure where the bottleneck lies. I want to see where the bottlenecks in the system is. Can you still get away with a 6th gen Intel processor? You know, is that still going to be good enough? I don't think it's going to be good enough for AAA titles. I think it's going to be a little slow for AAA. But a lot of people don't play AAA titles. You know, they play like Fortnite. Whenever I do the integrated graphic test on that machine, game I've never tried before is going to be Valorant. I want to try it. I want to try some of the less demanding titles. Maybe I've never tried Rocket League. Maybe I'll try it with Rocket League. You know, I'm going to try to pick some games that ain't going to cost me a whole lot of money to buy. But I think the integrated graphics will do alright with, you know, to show you what kind of performance or what kind of game you can play on them integrated graphics. I should slap my spare 5700 XT in there and see what it can do. See, I've also thought about that too. The system I'm putting it in is a Gen 3 system, PCI Express Gen 3, which is still more than enough capable for current graphics cards. But I've actually thought about taking the 2070 Super that I run in my system and putting in it. That's the best graphics card I got right now. I got the 5600 back there. I got the 2070 that's in my system. I don't have a whole lot of GPUs on hand to test with it. So I'm wanting to upgrade my system anyways. I really don't need to upgrade my GPU. At 2070 is more than enough for me. But I've been actually thinking, and since GPU prices dropped, maybe get me a 6900 XT and drop it in it, just because I do run 2 4K monitors. That and a lot of YouTubers out there, they'll recommend AMD GPUs right now, but a whole lot of people ain't running them. You know, and I don't want to be one of them YouTubers that want to recommend something that I won't run in my own system. Of course, I went from their RX 580 into the 2070 Super because of the upgrade, because of the NVENC encoder. But then again, I got 3950X that I handle the encoding for the live stream, so I really don't need an NVENC encoder for my live streaming like I use now. I can get away with the AMD GPU with the CPU doing the encoding. So I really don't have a reason why I don't run an AMD GPU. It's just I haven't upgraded since I got the 2070 Super. Rocket League will make you rage. Nah, I don't think so. Whenever I do gaming for benchmarks, I really don't get much into the games. You know, it's like Fortnite. You know, I run it all the time for benchmarks, but I really don't play it actively. I don't, you know, I don't care if I win or if I lose. You know, I'm doing it just for the frame rates to show you what kind of performance you can get out of it. You know, but I'm thinking like Rocket League, Fortnite, maybe run a little bit of Dota 2 on it. That's a pretty popular game. It ain't very intensive. Of course, I'll throw some like Borderlands 3 benchmark on it, if it'll even run it. I don't even know if it'll run it or not. You know, to get something a little bit more unoptimized for either side of the run. Don't get below a PCI Express Gen 3 motherboard if you put a 6500 XT or more. So with a 6400, I would recommend under a Gen 4 board. Yeah, that's the thing. You're going to take a bit of a loss on the 6400 if you go with PCI Express 3.0. That having the 6500 in it, that should have a PCI Express 3.0 in it. So it's going to be a little bit of a cutback on the 6400. But still, yeah, it's also going to be videos about what you can get out of a $150 pre-built system if you upgrade it to a gaming PC. Me personally, if the prices come down, I'd rather put like a 1050 Ti in it. That way it's got the encoder and the de-encoder in it over the 6400. Just because of that encoder in them. For the 6400, you don't get that privilege. You know, I'd imagine that the 5600 would be a good card to test it with. Theoretically, the 5600 should bottleneck the CPU. Well, that's kind of the problem. With the one I've got, it's a low profile case, one of the smaller cases. So I gotta go with a low profile card. And I don't know if the 5600 would actually come with a low profile bracket or not. So, yeah, when you're looking at small form factor cases like the Optiplex, you gotta kind of, you know, gotta watch doing that. You know, you gotta make sure you got a low profile card. Intel GPU problem remains mine. The AMD 5000 cards with a lot of driver related problems and optimization when those got released. It kind of surprises me. With the Intel GPUs especially coming out, kind of surprised me why they have so much problems with the drivers when they have the drivers already set up for the integrated graphics, which is also through Intel. I don't, they keep blaming the Intel launch of the GPUs on the driver issues. They've been running integrated graphics for how long now? And they have, decent drivers for the integrated graphics. Why are they having such a problem to develop the drivers for their dedicated GPUs? Gotcha. Low profile makes it more difficult. Yeah. I mean, if I could find I don't know, they make a 5600 low profile. 6500 low profile. No, they make a 50. There's 6400 low profile. Oh, well, let me flip you guys over here. The 5500 low profile. We got a 60. That don't look low profile. 6400 low profile. 6400 low profile. 6500 XT. That ain't low profile. 5500 low profile. 3060. That ain't no low profile. Now, when you're looking at low profile systems like that, Dell Optiplex, you got to make sure that they're going to be a low profile card where they fit inside the case. I wasn't lucky enough to get one with a full size case. I got to watch that. There was a lot of iron out over time. It did. They worked fine for iGPUs, but it may mean that it might have been better with better made drivers. I can understand Intel holding off on the relation of the GPUs to the mainstream until they get the drivers worked out. But I don't know. It may be. I don't work on that end of the industry, so it may be driver issues making them cause them not to put them out. But it still seems awful funny to me that they don't have, they can't get them drivers straightened up by now. I mean, they've been promising them for how long, Sure, they'd have them drivers. Yeah, by looking out there, I can't find any 5600 XTs or 5600s just low profile. I don't know if Amazon's got a filter for that or not. That's how they missed the hype train. Yeah, they definitely missed the hype train on it. Let's go to Newegg. They got a better certain option. I know a lot of people is against Newegg right now, but oh well, it's my live stream. In stock, refurbished. They don't have a profile, do they? Or TX, right? Should have a T in there. Low profile. Low profile RTX. See what we get. See if we come up with any. Nope, nothing. Not a thing. Apparently, they don't make them in a low profile. the hell's going on here? They don't even have no RTX 6500 listed. Computer components. Video cards. Desktop graphics. Why is new AB so funny? 6500 XT, 121 of them, huh? Talking about putting a 6500 in that system mode, it still end up with the non PCI 4.0 express lanes. 6500, that should only have PCI Express 3.0. That's why I'd rather go with like a 1050 Ti or something like that in it than a 6400. I think I'll make for some pretty interesting videos though. I actually just about ordered a 6400 this morning, but yeah, that wasn't the quite in the budget this week. I have a little bit of extra money coming out on payroll, so I couldn't order it. We do have Amazon that has them readily in stock, 6400s. That's what I showed you earlier. Oh, come on, RTX 6400. There we go. By the 7th, that wouldn't be bad, I guess. There were some earlier ones there. There's the 6th. Those are the 6th. Well, that ain't low profile. Sounds it's horrible for some reason. And it's distorted. What, the volume on the live stream's bad? I'm getting some weird feedback as well, Dave. Maybe a loose cord. The sound is general. Well, I use these lavalier mics right here. That's wireless. So I don't know if maybe one of them, I guess it could be going bad. Either the receiver's gone bad or maybe the transponder's gone bad. Hold on a second, guys. Let me see if I can get this fixed. All right. How's that sound? Does that sound any better? Tonka Chan's in the house. Welcome in, buddy. When is the shirt 13th gen Intel coming out. This fall after AM5. AM5 should be out mid-September. I look forward to changing my aging 3600. The 3600 is actually still a pretty good gaming PC if you're just gaming. 13th Intel, when's it coming out? I figure it will be coming out before too long. I think they will wait till after AM5 comes out. AM5 will probably come out before the 13th gen. Let's see, 13th gen release date. Let's see what the release date says here. Flip you guys over here. There we go. Q4 of 2022. Launch date, our own sources tell us that we will be seeing the announcement in late September, but the launch will land in mid to late October. So it looks like 13th gen will be coming out in Q4. Sometime in September, maybe mid-October probably. I believe the AM5 is to come out in September. Which ain't. Intel usually waits till see what AMD does before they release. So they'll probably wait till AMD 5 comes out, AM5 comes out before releasing 13th gen. That way they know what they need to beat. That's what it's looking like. Looking like 13th gen will be coming out in mid to late October. AM5. Let's see here. What are we looking at? Looking to change out my 3600. 3600 is still a pretty good processor, actually, in my mind, especially for gaming. As long as you got a good one. I've already got one that back there on the shelf that failed. Not to change to DDR5 though, since the boards won't support DDR4. Marshall's Law is dead, said mid-October, I believe. Yeah, I don't know who that comes from, but it says that. Well, here's Tom's Hardware. Let's see here. Tom's Hardware is reporting it hasn't given an official launch date for Raptor Lake yet, but all signs point to Q4 2022 launch. Our sources tell us we'll be seeing the announcement in late September, but the launch will be in mid to late October. So yeah, that sounds about right. AM5 is supposed to be coming out in September, so mid-October, mid to late October sounds about right to me. They want to see what AMD puts out and see what they have to beat before they launch. Yeah, it's not going to go bad anytime soon, but still, I want after the first year to get my new stuff. I mean, you got a capable CPU right now for what you're doing, most likely. I'd wait to see what the new stuff offers. I mean, you really ain't in a time frame where you need to upgrade to get the performance that you need. I'd wait to see what the new stuff offers before thinking about upgrading. I don't really want early adopter problems. Yeah, and that's kind of where I sit. I don't like early adoptions. I don't like being the first on because there's a lot of stuff that happens when you're an early adopter like that. That's why on the channel you didn't see nothing with first gen Ryzen, because of the early adopting problems. Even 12th gen, with what I've seen from some of the bigger YouTubers. A lot of them keep it behind the scene, but there's quite a few of them. Even Jay's 2 cents out there has talked about how they've had so much problem with 12th gen. So I'd rather wait for it to, and 12th gen now has been out for a while. I'd probably maybe consider 12th gen for my personal rig. But that means I'd have to upgrade my motherboard, I'd have to upgrade my RAM, I'd have, it'd be a complete, almost a whole new system build to be able to go to Intel now for my AMD system. And the system that I'm running, I don't have no issues with, so I don't see no sense putting out the extra money just to upgrade 12th gen. Plus, the last couple live streams back a while back, you've heard my rant about Windows 11. You get the max performance out of 12th gen, you need to upgrade to Windows 11. I don't want to upgrade to Windows 11. So that's the problem. That's another problem with going with Intel. Because the E-core, P-core, you get better performance out of them with the Windows 11 over Windows 10. I don't like that. I prefer to stay on a mature platform. Yeah, definitely. Where they've already had time to fix the bugs and whatnot. Yeah, definitely. And it has proven reliable. Yeah. I remember on my old FM1 AB 3870K quad core since 2012 until a few years ago. So I can't wait. Yeah, if you wait that long, you got that's pretty good wait for you. But Tuka Chan, looks like you're looking to mid to late October on that 13th gen release date. I know they say that 13th gen will fit into the 1700, the CPU socket they got now. I don't know if Intel will do that or not. Intel likes figuring out a new socket every time the CPU launches. All right, guys, you can look my ugly mug here while we chat. And that system still kicks well, though. It's an older system, and one of the two BIOSes went bad. Yeah, the BIOSes seem to have got more stable over the years. But it seems like they do a lot more testing with the BIOS before they actually release them to the public. I don't know, you're talking about upgrades, though. I'm pretty happy with what I've got, even though I'm on a Ryzen 3000 system. It does what it needs to do. 2070 Super does fine for what I do with it. I mentioned earlier about maybe going up to 6900 XT. That's for content for the channel. Even going up to the 2070 Super when I did was content. For what I do with my computer, I'd have been fine with the RX 580 8 gig. I really didn't need an upgrade when I went to the 2070 Super. It was one of the last motherboards I've seen, maybe by Sapphire. Yeah, Sapphire don't make a whole lot of motherboards. I don't even know if they even make motherboards anymore, do they? I don't think they do. I do not believe they make motherboards anymore. Components, motherboards, AMD motherboards. Let's see here. I don't think Sapphire makes them. Here's all flip you guys over here. But it don't look like Sapphire makes them anymore. No, only GPUs. Huh. Yeah, a lot of companies get in and try their hand at making certain components, and then they end up backing out because they find out they ain't very good at it. Which I guess is a good thing. I mean, you know, companies need to expand as well. They, you know, they need to try their hand at different stuff and see how they fare at it. You know, if a company never expands into new areas that they never realize what the potential is. How's that audio sounding, guys? Is that better? Am I still cutting out like I was? I've noticed in some videos, whenever I'm editing them out, I gotta go back and read these certain sections because my audio messes up. Like I showed you, you know, I use a wireless out of lavalier mic, so I don't know if it's the receiver or if it's the port that actually gives out the signal that's actually gone bad on it. It's a shame. What's that, MT? The audio or the Sapphire don't make motherboards anymore? I love Sapphire cards, but I bet their boards would be great. Yeah, I just like the NZXT. You know, they got into making the motherboards and whatnot, but they only make certain levels of motherboards. They seem to be doing pretty good with it. Maybe Sapphire could come back with a motherboard and only concentrate on one chipset or something, maybe. Maybe they do pretty good. Which, I have nothing against Sapphire. My, what was it, 7970? I think it was whenever I started the channel. It should be in one of the videos. That was a video card I started out with. That was only I believe it was a 1 gig card. But it was a Sapphire card. I never had any problems with it. I actually ended up selling it quite a few years later. Mining stuff that they do. IMPC EP10 blockchain server. Epic Embroider 3616 slot. PCI 3x8 per slot. You know, just like AMD and NVIDIA's done in the past couple of years, you know, they gotta go where the money is. As a business aspect, you can't blame them for that. Even though it pisses me off because they kind of turned the back on gamers. But still yet, they had to go where the money was. And unfortunately, in the past year and a half, 2 years, they turned to the money, which was where the miners was. I think it sucks that they actually turned the back on the gamers as far as GPUs go. But you know, it's just like any corporation. If you want to stay in business, you know, you need to feed the need. You feed where the money is. I kind of have mixed feelings on that. Single board computers. What we got here? You know, I kind of understand where they come from as a business aspect for feeding the miners, but it also left the gamers out in the cold, where the gamers are what made them what they are today. We have the BP FP6 high performance Gen 2 CPU with 7 nanometer, 4x4 small form factor, AMD Ryzen and board B2000 APU. That's an awful small motherboard. That'd be almost like a Raspberry Pi, right? Supports two 4K displays with HDMI 2.1. Questionable if it's actually 2.1 or not, but that's a topic for a different show. Up to 7 times the cores at 1.6 gigahertz. AMD Ryzen embedded B2000 APU. Small form factor build. Oh, yeah, but it's 60 times 64. I wonder. Software, we got accessories, Thunderbolt 3, AIO CPU core, Radeon. What's on a Radeon? That's the GPUs, of course. That's 6900 XT, 6800 XT, 68, 67 XT, 67, 6600, 5700 XT, and 57. It's strange they go down to 5700, but they don't have the rest of the 5000 series listed. Pulse. Now they got them all listed. Nitro toxic. Let's see if they got any motherboards. Like print your own case just for it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The form factor of that motherboard is a little crazy. I mean, that's definitely a pretty small motherboard. Well, they may even making this motherboard to even fit. The NUC, the NUC form factor board based on the latest AMD Ryzen B2000. Yes, that's definitely a very small computing motherboard. It'd be hard if you want to build a NUC. $10 to 25 watts. Cooling active included. DDR4 SODIMMs. Displays. The header security. TPM interfaces. Hey, look, that thing actually run Windows 11. Imagine that. Pretty impressive for a NUC size to run TPM, huh? Won't run Windows 11 on it? Yeah, it'd run laptop memory, so it'd run a little bit slower. It uses SODIMMs. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they'll come back into the. I can have a Wi-Fi modular and NVMe. Yeah, it's a possibility. But anyways, if you guys wonder why I'm doing this on a Sunday instead of a Saturday, there's a few reasons for this. I meant to get into this earlier, but I got kind of sidetracked. Which happens quite often here on the live stream. I ain't gonna deny it. The fiance's schedule has changed. She's starting to work on Sundays. My full-time job has especially through the summertime, we work a lot of Saturdays. Instead of having to change the time of the live stream to 5 p.m., and a lot of times, even though I work at Saturday on my full-time job, it's hard for me to get home and get set up for the live stream at 5 p.m. So we're going to try this Sunday morning at 11 a.m. for a while. See how that does for the live stream. Actually, by looking at the stats of the live stream, I've had quite a few other people join in the live stream, which is probably left by now. But just due to the fact that it's easier and more convenient for me, I know I can't please everybody. Much like Nave or Norv, that person was from India. You know, there's about a 12-hour time difference from me. I know I can't please everybody. I wish I could. And so Sunday seems to be more of a relaxed day for most people. So I'm going to try this Sunday at 11 a.m. You know, the live stream will be happening here Sunday mornings, 11 a.m. instead of Saturday mornings, 11 a.m. Mainly because of my full-time job. Because they do request a lot of Saturdays through the summertime. And now since my fiance's schedule was changed, she's working on Sundays, so we really don't get our one day off together. Because of her schedule change, we don't get any days off together. But it still opens up my Sunday to where I can do it. Maybe the channel will get a little bit better response out of doing it on Sundays compared to Saturdays. I don't know. But we're going to see how it goes. So yeah, we're going to live stream from now on. It's going to be 11 a.m. on Sunday mornings compared to Saturday morning a.m. 11 a.m. I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. I may change it back if it don't improve on the channel any. We'll have to see, but for right now, for the time being, it's going to be 11 a.m. on Sundays. I hope you guys has joined me today. Can actually still join me on Sunday mornings, even though it's a day later than what I normally do. So that's kind of the reason why I went with Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. I don't know how many of you actually read the post on it, you know, but I want to change the live streams to Sunday morning at 11 a.m. I want to see if it does any better for the channel. It kind of just fits into my lifestyle a little bit better than Saturday morning, 11 a.m. right now. For you guys that's been around for quite some time, I know you guys understand, you know. You guys been around, you know how I work a full-time job, how it's pretty demanding on me. Either day good for me, Dave. If I'm around, I'll pop in. I appreciate you, Master. Appreciate you joining me. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. You know, Sunday's more of a, seems like it's more of a relaxed day for most people. You know, Saturdays usually when they get with family, they go out and do things. Sunday's more of a relaxed day to where they maybe more willing to watch YouTube than you go out and say cut the grass or something. Some of the reasons why I've decided to take it till Sunday instead of Saturday. And I understand, you know, which I've said before, you know, I know weekends is a bad time to do a live stream. A lot of people got stuff going on the weekends. I understand that. So the live streams probably don't do as well as what they would if I could do them on a weekday afternoon. But with my full-time job, sometimes I get off at 2:30 in the afternoon. There's other days I don't get off till 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. So it's kind of hard to dedicate one day at one certain time to do it through the week in the evening time. Sunday works for me as well. Thank you, MT. Um, and I like to be able to please everybody, but everybody's in a different time frame. Everybody's in different parts of the world. I understand this. I've explained this to quite a few other people through the comments. You know, they gave me recommendations of when to be able to do it, and this and that, and it just don't work into my schedule. Unfortunately, I can't please everybody. It ain't possible. Like I said, everybody's around the world. Everybody's got different time schedules. I kind of got to go with what fits me the best. I can't sit here and talk, do a live stream 2 hours before work or 2 hours after work when I don't know exactly what time I'm going to be getting off. And now since the fiance's schedule has changed and we don't get our Sundays together, Sundays is a better fit for me because of my full-time job, other family commitments and whatnot. It just kind of fits me better. So yeah, that's kind of why I've changed it. Like I said, starting this weekend, it's going to be Sunday morning, 11 a.m. instead of Saturday morning, 11 a.m. That's why I don't like coming out and saying, I have an upload on Wednesday and I have a live stream on said day of the week, because it changes from time to time. I try to stick to a steady schedule, but it don't always work that way. But Sundays, for right now at least, and by the interaction rate on the live stream, it seems like Sunday's a lot better than what it is on Saturdays for me. Looks like I got 5 people watching me. Welcome in. I'm glad y'all's here. Even though you ain't talking in chat, I still appreciate you hanging out with me. But that's some of the reasons why I'm going to be moving the live stream to 11 o'clock a.m. on Sundays instead of Saturdays. I hope y'all, like I said, I hope y'all still decide to want to hang out with me and still make the time to hang out with me. If not, like I said, weekends is a bad time to do a live stream, but I understand that not everybody's available on the weekend. That's the only time they have off with family. I'm kind of considerate that way. It is what it is. But for right now, Sunday morning at 11 a.m. is going to be the new schedule for the live stream. Also, I normally have my uploads on Wednesday morning, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here in the U.S. for my 1 video a week live stream, regular content. If you haven't caught on, that's about what it is. I don't like to pronounce it, because there's sometimes it don't come live until Thursday. Sometimes I put it out live on Tuesday, but I try to get that one video a week up on Wednesdays. I'm going to try to increase that a little bit. I'm not promising nothing for the channel. But like I do on the live streams, throughout the week, I do the tech news about what's happening in tech on the computer hardware side of things. I'm going to increase that, try to get one of them out per week as well, on top of the Wednesday uploads and the Sunday live streams. I think that'll help the channel a lot. There's some reasons behind that decision that I'm not going to get into this morning. Well, it's 12:30, so 12:38. I guess it's technically afternoon. I'm not going to get much into why I'm deciding to do this, but basically for channel growth. I do have a green screen back there someplace. It's behind the table and behind the table and in front of the shelving system back there. I actually bought it to help with thumbnails and whatnot, which I've never actually used and never got it set up all the way. But that's something else that's coming up on the channel. I'm hoping to get one of them a week out, just cover maybe 1 or 2 different articles that's coming up in the news topics for the computer hardware. Max, 5:39 p.m. there. Now you're a few hours ahead of me. 5:39, so you're about 5 hours ahead of me. You're from overseas, ain't you, Maxter? If I'm not mistaken. There's only an ocean between us. That ain't too bad. But yeah, I want to try to get an extra video per week out. I'm not promising that. I plan on sticking to my 12. Yeah, I plan on sticking to my Wednesday uploads, along with trying to fit another, maybe some kind of news article or some kind of something like that. Liverpool, England. Yeah, you're a little bit across the ocean from me. Liverpool, UK, right? That'd be the UK. That'd be the UK directions. Could not find and calculate. Why not? Fly me to the UK. Google Maps is being stupid today. Yeah, the UK. Well, Google Maps ain't finding me. There we go. Now they found me. Alright, looks like you are 16 hours and 20-minute flight away from me. Cost me $5,000 to get over to you, buddy. Right there, Morgantown, West Virginia, over to Liverpool, UK. 16-hour drive, 16-hour flight. What is that? The North Atlantic Ocean. Yeah, it's pretty expensive, and also probably pretty hard for me to get there because I got fake hips now. So I'd have to go through the radar detectors, and that's kind of nuts when you have fake hips to try to go through a radar detector. That's what it says right there. Oh, $5,079. That's a round trip. If you go one way, you're looking at $2,500 to get to you. Be cheaper to drive to New York and fly from there. How long a drive is that? Let's see here. The drive from here to New York, we're looking at roughly an hour 20 minutes, an hour and a half. That's flights. That's from Pittsburgh. Hold on a second. It's thinking. About 6 hour drive to New York. So then you go from New York to Liverpool, UK, and you gotta take a flight. Hey, it cuts the price down by half. It's about $2,000 price tag. Only about 11-hour flight. That wouldn't be too bad, I guess. I'm looking at what, a few hours drive time plus a 10-hour flight. But appreciate you joining in from the UK. Kind of nice to see someone that ain't from the US coming in quite often. You come in quite often into the live streams. That's crazy. It is crazy. There you go, Maxter. I gave you what's it called? Administrative rights or whatever it is. You'll hear it quite often. Moderator. You're a moderator to the channel, buddy. Appreciate you stopping in all this time and hanging out with me. I know you've been around for quite a few years, so. I'll put you in as a moderator. There you go, buddy. Hope you enjoy the moderator privilege, which I still haven't figured out what the hell that means. I know I got Chris McGraw and MT Coiner that's got their little blue wrenches beside them. Because they're here all the time. I figured you deserve it as well. I know you stop in when you can and hang out with me. Don't know, like I said, I don't know what exactly moderator does, but yeah. You're welcome, buddy. You're more than welcome. I know you're a long time watcher. You've been around the channel quite a while, and stop in and hang out when possible. And seem to be a pretty good fellow in my opinion, at least. Like I said, I don't know what all you got as moderator, but you're more than welcome to look into it. We are SX Inner in blue. Yeah, you're in blue, all right. By the understanding, the moderators, of course, you can block chat. You know, you can block people from chat. You can, you know, moderators, I guess, supposed to help with chat, controlling spam and whatnot, which I don't get none of that, so I ain't too worried about all that. But apparently, the moderators also within YouTube has a little bit more control over the comments on the videos and whatnot. Which I got 3 of you now. I don't know if you guys actually ever do anything like that. But you guys can actually go in and moderate comments on the videos. Which I don't know. That could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. I don't want to be blocked by the stupid YouTube AI. Yeah, of course, being a moderator, I've heard reports from other people being unsubscribed from the channel. People are not getting notifications and whatnot when I go live. Hopefully, as a moderator, you guys don't have them issues. Hopefully you guys always get the notification when I go live, which I normally try to stick to a schedule for that. I have moderated live chats, but never comments on standard videos. Yeah, by looking at YouTube, as long as I make you guys moderator, you guys can moderate. You know, you guys can go into the comments and whatnot. I don't know. I don't get a whole lot of comments on my videos, so I don't know how useful that actually is. But you know, if you guys are here regularly, you guys hanging out with me, I see your name quite often in the chat. I don't see why not. You know, Apparently you support me. Apparently you watch my videos that I put out. So, it's a little bit of a reward I can give you. Like I said, I know you've been here since the beginning. You've been here for quite some time. I know the weekends ain't the best time to do live stream, but you make appearances quite often for me. So the more viewers I get on the live streams, the better the live streams do. I need to actually do a little bit more digging on what a moderator actually can do and can't do, but whatever. I trust you guys. Chris McGraw, you got Maxter, you got MT Coiner, You guys hang out quite often. You guys is always here. You guys always support the channel. I figure you guys deserve that status and be able to have a little bit more control in the channel. Well, welcome to the moderator status, Maxter 1878. Welcome in. Like I said, I don't know what it really means, but maybe having a little blue name with a little wrench beside you means a lot to you. I hope it makes you feel more part of the community. Glad to be on board. Now, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad it means something to you. I believe it is only for live chat. Let's see here. YouTube. That ain't right. That ain't right. YouTube. Let's see what an actual moderator actually does for a channel. Or what my permissions for another. A moderator. Let me flip you over here. YouTube moderator. A moderator is someone a creator trusts to help build a positive and safe channel experience for their community. A moderator helps review and manage comments people leave on the videos and the messages participants send during a stream live chat. How to use moderator tools. A moderator is someone a creator trusts to help build a positive, safe community experience for the community. Moderator helps review and manage comments people leave on the videos or a message participant sending during this live stream. Want to choose a moderator settings for your channel? Yeah. Using moderator tools on your phone or tablet, tap the message. What can a moderator do? There we go. Live chat. Everyone who participates in a live chat can report or block another person. Moderators can delete messages, put particulars in timeout. There you go. You can put people on timeout if you think the comments is unnecessary or a bunch of BS. Hide people from the channel. Review potential inappropriate messages. Tips. Moderators can learn about a live chat participant by going directly to their channel on computer, hover over the message, Comments. Generally, anyone can leave a comment on a video. Moderators can remove comments. This allows you to remove inappropriate or offensive comments. When you remove a comment, it will appear in the creator's hidden for review. So it does actually go to the comment section. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's do it this way. We'll go into analytics, and we will go down here to, we'll go up to my channel, your channel. All right. The hell am I looking for? I'm not even real sure what I'm looking for here. Settings. Playback, privacy, concept apps, billing payment, advanced settings. That ain't what I'm needing. There's some way in here. Go into the settings. Then you can go into community, I believe. Maybe advanced settings. Billing payment, that you don't need to have. Privacy, playback, and performance. I thought there was a thing in here about moderators. But apparently not. Yeah, that better take me right back to there. I thought there was something in here about moderators. Restricted mod off. I don't know what the hell that means. I don't want to switch account. YouTube Studio, that has nothing to do with it. Maybe it ain't in the community. Yes, guys, I'm still trying to learn about YouTube. I thought it was under settings. It was under review settings? No, that ain't it. Notifications, playback and performance, privacy. How do I get to the community tab on this thing? No, they've done so many updates to this thing, it ain't funny. I guess we'll go back to our buddy Google and go to YouTube moderator. YouTube moderator jobs. I don't want jobs. I don't care about jobs. I want to know what all you guys can do. I know there's more than that you guys can do. Live chat. Okay, here's what you can do during live chat. Oh, maybe not. Assign a moderator. Delete messages, put potentials in timeout, hide people from the channel, review potential inappropriate messages. From YouTube Studio, go to YouTube Studio, the settings, and the community. From the Automate Filters tab, click on the moderator box. Okay, so I need to do what now? YouTube Studio. Okay, we'll go to YouTube Studio. Left click on Settings and Community. Settings. There we go. Community. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Paste the auto filter tab. Click moderator box. Type the name of the user in. Okay, that's to assign somebody to moderator. Block message content. Chat messages that contain or close match certain words. Create a list of blocked words. Doing your live chat moderator messages and viewers from live chat feed. How to unhide viewers from live chat. After your live chat replay, view details. I don't know what the hell a moderator actually does. I know you help me in live chat. From live chat feed a message from the viewer that had. Click more, hide user. Open YouTube Studio. Click from left settings, community. I made a filter tab. I don't know. But anyways, you're a moderator. Maybe I need to do a little bit of research to see what moderators actually do. But there you go. I believe it's only for live chat. Well, you can also do comments. I don't think it goes much beyond the comments. And for the live streams, which, I think you guys be helpful for that when I get big enough anyways. Looks like there's still about 3 people involved, so must be 3 of you still enjoying the content for the day. But if you guys don't have a whole lot more to go with, I think I'm going to wrap up for the day, guys. Got a lot of stuff to do here around the house. My fiance should be coming home. She got off at 1 o'clock today. So I believe that's going to wrap it up for today's live stream. Like I mentioned, everything I talked about in today's live stream will be linked in the description below. If you'd like to do some more reading about that, you're more than welcome to do so as far as the articles go. All the other stuff we talked about, well, you have to watch the live stream to get that, I guess. But anyways, you guys enjoy your happy 4th of July if you're here in the U.S., if you celebrate. If not, take a lazy day off and enjoy yourself anyways. You all have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video or live stream.